During this video, I will be displaying my CDA, Professional Resource File Binder. I chose to do the infant and toddler. This is by Amber Swallow. First, I started with my autobiography. I will also include a picture in my autobiography, behind my autobiography. Next, I have listed my CDA education and trainings. If I could get my stuff situated. Displayed here is an award that I was presented as Paraprofessional of the Year at the Sheldon Early Learning Center. I decided to include my resume. And also my my college transcript, and also my certificate for the Sheldon ISD for TEA, and this is my paraprofessional certificate that I received when I first started working in the district. Here are some other trainings that I put in. A lot of them, right now I'm working in special ed, but I will be going back to early learning. And so these are older trainings that I once did. This is a yearbook that I did for my toddler class one year, and it's just showing some of the activities we participated in throughout the year. And it's such an honor to be working in the same district again, because now I'm working at an elementary school where these kids are actually students going to 2nd and 3rd grade. That's a yearbook, and just more certificates I received. Next, I started with my competency goals. And this here is a summary of legal requirements in our state. For child abuse and CPS. Since I do not work in early learning at the moment, I don't have my first aid, but I will be receiving that. Right now, I am certified with my CPI for restraining. I deal with behavior children. And on here, I just got, I use the internet to get some nutrition and food service information. And WIC was a good source to help me in that area. Here I will provide a sample of a weekly schedule. This is one that I used to use inside my classroom. And these are some lesson plans that I have used also. An example of a floor plan that you may use inside your classroom. So this is my goal number 2. And here I selected songs and finger plays. On here I described 9 learning experiences that promoted physical, cognitive, and creative development. A lot of them were books This was a class that I took beforehand. And all the books are listed there. This is my goal number 3. I'm sorry, I'm trying to show you. And this is also support social and emotional development and to provide positive guidance. This was also an older paper that I wrote. On this one, I provided titles and authors and publishers, copyright dates, and of children's books. This was to get resources for the teacher to constructively dealing with children with challenging behaviors. This was one I was working with toddler 2s, and we were dealing with some expressing anger. And I also have an article about biting. That was actually a problem that we had inside of our classroom, and this is more documents I pulled to help with that. And this one is providing a name and a telephone number for an agency in the community where you work, making references to family and counseling. At the school district, we actually have counselors, but this was also a good source in the area for families that may need that resource. And this is my competency goal 4. And this is what I started in this semester. And this is for translation services for family whose home speaks another language. And this was my family questionnaire. I did 3 of them and received 1 back. And this is our parents handbook for the early learning center that's in my district. And here's my goal 5. And here are some samples of some record keeping forms that I may use. It's an incident form, authorization for emergency medical care, something that you may have like on a field trip. This is the My Day form that I wrote about. I really like using the My Day forms. It's very informative and good way to communicate with your parents, and also a child assessment form that we would use. This is my competency goal 6. And in this article, it says use the internet, public library, or your program's professional library to obtain the name, address, and numbers of your state's agencies that regulate child care centers and homes. And I found the Department of Family and Protective Services. And these are articles from that. And it's also, this is associations that obtain information about membership. And I'm also seeking getting information about the membership with the council. A National Head Start Association. And this is just more information. I'm sorry if you hear my pup in the background. This is pamphlets of pamphlets of child's development by ages. I did first 5 years because I'm doing infant toddlers, and this was a really good form. Had a lot of details in it of what to expect at certain ages. And some other resources that I pulled. And this is a child observation form. And since I work with children with disability, I had these forms. I'm so sorry. I had this form, and also they had services for HISD. And that is it. And I look forward to putting a lot of work samples. I do have a binder full of previous work samples that I just haven't put into my binder. But I look forward to making it more creative and building my professional binder even more. Well, I thank you for checking out my binder, and I look forward to your comments and your feedback on it. Thank you.